Hello, my dear students. Welcome back. So today we'll complete this chapter. So this will be part 3 for chapter 9, Science Reproduction in Animals. Okay, and you can refer the textbook page 102 to 114. Okay. Okay. So students, we were discussing about the metamorphosis, right? Metamorphosis. Now, this metamorphosis, I have already explained that development from young one, okay, like from young one to an adult, okay. If there is an adult, if there is a drastic change, if there's a drastic change in development from the young one to adult, that is a metamorphosis. Okay, we human beings see, if you look at the baby, and if you look at any old person, or if you just look at your if you look at your photo, okay, if you look at your pictures, image 10 years back, okay, you can see the growth, but it is similar, right? The structures. But now here we can see a drastic change. Now under this, you have to know the life cycle of silkworm, okay? Silkworm. Life cycle of silkworm. Now it starts from the egg, right? From the egg we get larva or caterpillar, okay? Caterpillar. I'm sure you're familiar, right? Now, from here, we have pupa, clear? Now, from here, we have the butterfly. So, the life cycle continues from a butterfly, egg. From there, we have larva, and then we have pupa, and then we have the butterfly. Okay, so this is a cycle. But here, when you look at the pupa and when you look at the butterfly, these two are completely different, right? If you see the young one and if you see the adult phase, then this is totally different. There is a drastic change. Okay, and same as in the last class, I have discussed about the tadpole, right? The life cycle of frog. So even for the life cycle of frog, students, life cycle of frog, you should be able to show. Okay, so we start from the egg. Okay, then we have early tadpole. Okay. So this is the young tadpole and this is the large tadpole, okay? Then we have frog, then egg. So this is a cycle which continue. But if we see the tadpole and if we see the frog, there is a drastic change from the young one to an adult, okay? So this all fall under this metamorphosis. Clear? Okay, so students, we are done with the sexual reproduction part, okay? Reproduction, we have two modes, sexual reproduction and then asexual reproduction. Now we are done with the sexual reproduction part. So now the next topic will start with the asexual reproduction. Clear? Okay, so my dear students, this is the second part of this chapter, okay? Now, asexual reproduction. Now, asexual reproduction means only a single parent is involved, okay? A single parent, only a single parent is involved to produce, okay, a young individual. Unlike the sexual reproduction where a mother and a father is involved, right? So for asexual reproduction, only a single parent is involved. Okay, that's why we have here asexual. Clear? Now, under this asexual reproduction, we will study two types, okay? We have more types, but that you will study in the higher classes. So under this, we are going to study about the budding, okay? Budding and fission, okay? We'll study these two types of asexual reproduction, budding and fission. Okay, so now I'm sure you are familiar with single cell organisms. Okay, single cell organisms. So these are microscopic organisms, single cells organisms like yeast, okay, like hydra, like amoeba. They produce asexually, okay? They produce their young ones asexually, just by a single organism, just with a single parent. Clear? So first we'll study about the budding, okay? Now, for budding, you should know the example would be hydra. Hydra, okay? Hydra is a organism, is a single cell organism, clear? And as well as yeast, okay? In yeast. So they have buds, okay? They have this one, buds. So first we'll study about the budding. So you can take note of the heading, budding, and this is the first type of asexual reproduction, clear? Okay, so students, budding, okay? And now we'll discuss about hydra. Clear? So in hydra, okay, in hydra you will see the structure is like this, okay? The structure is like this. Clear? So let's say this is the first step, okay? Number A. So this is hydra, and in hydra you will see one or more bulge, okay? We'll see one or more bulges, which will grow, okay? Which will grow as a new individual, and they are known as buds, okay? Buds. So we can see this one here, right? We can see this one over here. So in hydra, we'll see one or more bulge which will grow, okay? Which will grow from this single parent, and they will outgrow, and then they will form a new individual. So we'll see step by step, okay? So second step, what happens is that in the second step, see, we can see in the second step a little different here, right, students? Now let's see the third phase. So it's the same thing, but let's focus here, okay? Let's focus here. Let's focus here. Now, this is the first step, second step, third step, okay? Now we can see here a complete development, right? Now in the fourth step, what you will see is, you will see this young one, okay? This young one. Okay, so now in the next step we'll see this young one coming out from this single parent, from the outgrowth, okay, outgrowth. So this is an organism, yes, this is an organism, but here just a single parent is producing a new individual through an outgrowth of the bud, right? Clear? That's why it is known as budding. Clear? That's why this bud has been, in the word budding, this has been derived from the very word bud, okay? Now, you can define budding as it is asexual reproduction, clear, where a young one is produced from the outgrowth of the bud of a single parent. Okay, so this takes place in Hydra. Okay, and even in yeast you will find a bud. Clear? Okay, now we have completed the first type, that is budding. The next type we'll talk about is fission. Okay, fission. Okay, so student, whenever say this very word you have to get familiar. Okay, fission means it is breaking down. Okay, it is breaking down or it is splitting. Okay, it is splitting or breaking down or dividing. Clear? Okay, now you have to know the example here, and that is amoeba. Okay, amoeba is a single cell organism. Okay, a single cell organism, and the structure of amoeba is very simple. Okay, they don't have a definite shape, so just one single cell. Clear? So let's say this is the first one. Okay, so this is amoeba, and here this is the nucleus. Clear? Now in the second step, we see that this nucleus divides into two. Clear? This nucleus divides into two. Now, in the third step, we see that two body structures here, right? Two body structures here. See, everything we have started from one, and the goal is breaking down into two individual, right? From one single parent. That is why it is known as fission. Now, in the fourth step, what we will see is, we will see two individual. Okay, so see, from one parent, it is a type of asexual reproduction. Okay, this fission, it is a type of asexual reproduction which take place in amoeba. Okay, so from a single parent, clear, the nucleus divides, they splits into two daughter amoeba. Okay, two amoeba. So this is the young individual which is produced. So you have to know how many individuals we are getting, okay, through asexual process. So students, this is all about the asexual reproduction. Now asexual reproduction is very simple. We have just budding and we have just fission. Okay. Now for fission, it is the microscopic organism, single cell organism, amoeba is involved, and for budding, we have discussed about the hydra. Clear? But also yeast also take place. Yeast also go through this budding process, okay, because they have a bud, and through the outgrowth of that bud, they produce the young one. Clear? So we are done with this asexual reproduction. Clear? Now the last topic in this chapter, we will study about the cloning. Okay, cloning. My dear students, cloning. Okay, cloning in science, it refers to an exact copy of or exact production of a cell. Okay, it is exact production of a cell, and it is possible. Okay, now the world first cloned animal. Okay, world first cloned animal. Do you know the name? It's a sheep. Okay, it's a sheep, but they have given the world first cloned animal the name as Dolly. Clear? Dolly is a female sheep. Dolly is a female sheep. Okay, so it happened in Scotland. Okay, Scotland. So it happened in Scotland, and they named this Dolly after a famous, name of a famous singer. Clear? Okay, so students, how they produce this cloned female sheep? So let's make it short. Okay, So we have a fin sheep, okay? A fin sheep, a fin doorstep sheep, okay? Now this is a white face, okay? This is a white face. And then we also have another, a black-faced sheep, a black-faced sheep. This is a Scottish, okay, a Scottish black-faced sheep. And this is a fin sheep, a white-faced sheep. And this is a female sheep, okay. So now what they did was, they took out the cell from here, okay. They took out the cell from here. They took out the cell from the white-faced sheep. And then they took out, simultaneously, they took out the egg from the Scottish black-faced sheep ewe, okay. Now, what happened, okay? After this, they took out the nucleus from this cell. They took out the nucleus from this cell. They took out the nucleus from this cell, and they inserted this one in the egg, okay, in the egg. After that, what happened was, now they implanted this one. They have implanted this in a Scottish black-faced sheep, okay. And then after, it was successful. It was successful, and a world first cloned animal named as Dolly was born, okay. It happened in the 5th July 1996 in Scotland, okay. So you just have to know the name of the world first cloned animal, and here we have a white-faced sheep involved, as well as we have a Scottish black-faced ewe, okay. Now through this, they were able to produce this one, but in 14 Feb 2003, due to certain distraction, okay, due to the lung disease. Dolly died in 2003. Clear? In 14 Feb 2003. Now, after that, many scientists have tried to clone many other type of animal, but it has not been successful so far. Okay, maybe few scientists, they were almost successful, but right after the birth, they weren't able to cope up and they weren't able to survive. Clear? So so far the only successful cloned animal is Dolly. Okay, so you can note down this year, as well as you can note down the name of the world's first cloned animal. Clear? That is Dolly, and it's a female sheep. Okay, so Dolly was able to live a normal life, and after that she has produced many offspring as well. Clear? Now, one thing the scientists has observed in the cloned animal is that they have abnormalities in them. Okay, they have abnormalities in them. So that is something very different from the normal. So students, that is all about this chapter. We have discussed about the sexual reproduction. We have also discussed about the asexual reproduction. And then this about the cloning. Okay, this is a very small topic. You just have to know how it happened. Okay, the name, the year, and in which country. Clear? So that is all about this chapter. We'll continue with a new chapter in the next class. Thank you.